Hi, AP. I am just about to give you the announcements for and feedback for the week of May 4th. Just a couple things I wanted to talk to you about. First and foremost, your assignment from last week, the couple paragraphs on the Reagan piece by Thatcher. Some of you, I think, missed the deeper point. The deeper point really should have been something about, I think there's a couple options. Really, one, what it means to be truly American, or I would even take something about what it means to be a leader in times of struggle. I like that Reagan exemplified what it means to be American, though, best. I think that was really the best way to sum up what they're trying to get across with that piece. So just remember that the clarity with the deeper point is really the most important thing that you're going to try to find. And some of the terms you guys chose were not necessarily the best. Some of you did a great job. Some of you, I think you could have made some better decisions. So I just wanted to let you know that the appeals of logos, pathos, ethos, and characterization, juxtaposition, repetition, and diction, I think were the best terms for this one. So just a couple of things to keep in mind moving forward. I did leave everyone a little bit of feedback on your thesis and on your paragraph, but it was meant to just be practice with minute feedback going into this week, where you are actually going to take your timed write. So a full timed write, last time you were taking a full timed write for me. So because of that, I really would like you to do a couple things. One, I want you to have your vocab terms out in front of you, and I want you to write it at the correct time of day, meaning like please write it sometime around noon. You know you're going to take it around noon. I'm getting essays that have been written at like 11 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, and I really want it to be like a rough draft practice. Some of you are sleeping till noon, right? Like these are not habits that are going to help you when you're taking a test at noon. So I don't really mind what you're doing otherwise, but I would like you to take this test at the right time with the device that you're planning on taking it with, and the correct cards, your note cards out, and send it to me. I just think it'll be as good of a shot as we can have for our final essay. This is the last one again that I'm gonna see, so let's make it count, and let's make it as good as you possibly can do, but in the correct situation that models what you're going to be asked to do on the exam. Okay, so one other thing with doing your timed write this week, you really should be thinking about trying to get your stuff into me earlier rather than later. The portal is open until Friday, but the more days I have to get it graded, without like a huge influx of other work to do, the better attention I can pay to your piece. I do the best I can. You always get feedback, but those of you who stack, like I might get 15 Monday through Friday afternoon, and then I get like 22 Friday night. And those 22 also come with the extra 100 sophomores that I'm trying to grade, and I need to get your stuff in really quickly. So if you want me to pay better attention to your stuff, if you really want a fine-tooth comb, which I do every time, but I'm able to take more time with those essays that are handed in on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday rather than Thursday and Friday. So just keep that in mind with timing. If it doesn't work for you, no big deal. You'll get great feedback. But I have a little bit more time on earlier in the week to spend with your essays. Okay, and then two other little things with your vocab from last week. If you typed your vocab, it's totally fine, but is there a way you can print it to use it for this week's timed write? Only because you're only allowed to have 2 windows open, or at least that's what AP says you're only going to be allowed to use. So you might not be able to have that on your desktop. The only way you might be able to have that is if you had like a separate electronic device with that up, and totally turned on, not frozen, like doesn't have a screensaver. Like and is on the whole entire time next to you. That's the only way to make it work. Or maybe you can print off your electronic stuff somehow so you can have it out when you actually take the exam. Just a quick reminder before you take your stuff too, remember to try to not use the author's names the last sentence or two. You can just say what you're saying, but say it in a little bit more of that so what format rather than saying like Thatcher, Thatcher says, right? So you would say something like, instead of saying Thatcher says that Reagan embodies the ideas or what it means to be the ideal American, you would just say Reagan exemplifies what it means to be an ideal American, period, as Americans are constantly striving for a sense of, I don't know, perfectionism or whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying, remember to end your paragraphs more open-ended rather than more closed-minded. That was something I also saw when I was grading last week's work. So just a quick little reminder that you don't want your last sentence to basically say Thatcher. You want to end it with a deeper idea, and really whatever you're saying, just as long as you cut out that author, tends to be pretty good. Okay, I think that is about it. There is supposed to be some released stuff later on this week, going over how to actually take the exam, but they have not released it yet. So it will be part of your work for next week to go in and like do the mock, like practice getting in there and trying to, upload something and write something. They're supposed to be releasing something this week that has those capabilities. It was supposed to, I thought, be on Monday the 27th. It hasn't come out yet. So we'll make it part of next week's work instead. Okay. All right. I hope you guys are well, and I miss you. And I look forward to reading your essays. I mean, they're still essays, but you guys have been doing a great job with it, and I'm really proud of you. Okay, bye.